everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Happy New Year's, everybody. In today's late season matchup, we have two teams who have victory on their minds. It's the 49ers going up against the Jaguars. So for the call of this week's 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB. Carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, Hyde. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And here's the headshots for the offense, and Carlos Hyde, a talented back.
Has taken over as the lead runner. A terrific talent. Can batter you inside, but has more speed than what you expect to take it the distance.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
What kind of game are we going to have in store for us? I understand the call here if it's the final 2 minutes and you're losing. But this is the opening drive of the game. That is too big a chance for my blood. But give them credit. They got it to pay off.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And we take you through the starting defense for Jacksonville.
Malik Jackson is very steady and awfully productive.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. On play action, they'll throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. First carry for Chris Ivory. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Bortles to throw on second down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
On first down, this is Ivory. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. Ivory again. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Third down, still 14 yards left. The play fake to Ivory. Now Bortles. Penalty marker is down here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. Let's see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Our eyes shift to the defense of the Jaguars now. And we're going to get a peek at some of the hits that have helped them get this first half lead.
And you know how the best hits happen? By being really good on that side of the ball in terms of fundamentals, being in the right spot, diagnosing plays well, and being there at the point of attack. They are really making it happen.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They start the drive with Hyde. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Again, it's Hyde. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jared Odrick in there to get him for a loss of 5. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
No matter how you evaluate quarterbacks, at some point arm strength is going to come into the conversation. I'm really impressed by what I saw on that throw on the out route.
1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And back to the ground. Hyde. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. One quarter in the books. It's a close game here early on. More from Jacksonville after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Jackson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now on 4th down, Chip Kelly's going to say, let's bring out the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. To the football, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
There we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Now a play fake. Bortles. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
That one goes for 36 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody that has that ability, they want them on their team.
They'll give it up to Ivory. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And Frank's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-0. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? What really hurts defenses on screen passes is that they eat up one of their levels right away. Because you know, most defenses, 3 levels: D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them, and then you throw the ball over their heads, and now there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Back now, as I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Oh, thank you. The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Back near his goal line. Here's Bortles backing up. Great protection. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Play fake here on 1st down. Deep drop. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. So 2nd and 10 here. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve as we send you downstate to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Jaguars have not been bashful these last 2 weeks when it comes to throwing the football. The 49ers will need to figure out how to slow down that pass attack in the second half. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Offense now with the shot after the interception. Under pressure here, and the ball is picked off. Ramsey's happy to come away with the pick and end the drive. Offense on the field now after the pick. The completion is made on the slant, and this will go all the way for a touchdown as they put the first points on the board. 49ers on offense, first quarter winding down. Gordon's got nobody around him on the catch. He ends up picking up 3 yards and heads out of bounds. Score stays the same, though, as they missed the field goal. Now early in the second, the pride of UCF, Blake Bortles connecting on a pass into coverage. And he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 18-yard line. Later on the drive, they'd stall out and settle for a field goal. Now to late in the first half. Robinson's deep down the field where he'll make the catch. And that connection will lead to a gain of 49 yards. The offense would later throw a pick to end the drive. Offense on the field now after the INT. Gordon's got the catch here, and that connection will lead to a gain of 9 yards. There would later be a pick to end the drive. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to Everbank Field for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, little 360. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Bortles to throw on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeForest Buckner able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They give it to Ivory, and there's a flag on the play.
Holding offense. Still first down.
A 10-yard penalty there on first down, so now 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Ivory. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, Ivory across the 30 to the 31-yard line. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
3rd down now following the run. They'll come out in the pistol. The play fake to Ivory. Now Bortles backing up. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is incomplete. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The 49er defense now heading back out there. And the interception the last time, their 3rd takeaway of the game, Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so well. And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking it away from them. Big hits, big plays. They're looking very good in this ball game.
You said flocking, flying to the football. Coaches always use that, don't they?
They really do. It's almost as it goes back to the old, when they click off the frame at the end of a play, they want to see all 11 defensive guys in that picture.
2nd down now after the pass completion. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles firing quickly here, and that's complete. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
From the gun, it's Bortles. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They come out here in the eye. 2nd and goal from the 5. Carry number 10 now for Ivory. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
On the ground, Ivory. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And Frank's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. And it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The drive begins with a run by Ivory. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
3 down, 3 down. Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From midfield, here's Bortles. Finding time. And fights him off. Fighting through. Looking left side, and it's complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. And he's back here in the struggle department in this one like he was a week ago. And, partner, I think you can pin some of this on that O-line, that room to run just not there.
You mentioned last week that it felt like the offensive line was getting beaten to the punch by the guys across the ball.
Well, it was pretty evident, I thought.
I mean, they were off the ball fast, penetrating, getting into the offensive backfield, really spilling a lot of runs before they got started. So I thought your observation was spot on then, and you're right there again this week. Same thing is happening, not able to get started because they're not able to control the point of attack.
Again, they run. Again, it's Ivory. Oh, spinning away. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Over the middle, open is Thomas.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
To throw, it's Bortles. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Out of the pistol, Ivory. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Let's just give credit where it belongs. The defensive front has out-leveraged the offensive guys trying to block them. We often say low man wins in tough situations. That's exactly what's happened here. 3 straight runs, and they haven't been able to get into the end zone.
And Frank's kick is good, and that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give them 11 on the gain there, and it'll be 1st down 49ers. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot, and that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Desperation time. Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And he finds McDonald. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one good for 21 yards. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now Fitzpatrick over the middle to Smith. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get the 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
The missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
2nd down, looking to throw. Fitzpatrick. He dumps it to Hyde. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and just like that, it's 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 3rd and short yardage. Fitzpatrick. It's caught. Smith. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First and goal here from the 2. They'll run for him with Hyde. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Carlos Hyde, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard and the time left on the clock, as you noted? So many things to go through.
Fitzpatrick going to throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense, because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes Blake Bortles now to lead his offense back out there. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes, because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Another pistol look here. Shift together here from the D-line. And the busy afternoon continues for Ivory. And they take... And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
They come out here in the eye. 3rd down, here's Ivory. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Brad Nordman now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's the Jags defense now as they head back out there. And they'll see if they can get one final stop with this crowd behind them.
And let's face it, as much as we want to say it's all about the guys on the field, they can get some help right here from the home crowd. And they're going to try their best to get them motivated, get them involved. But they're going to need to make a play or two in order to keep them in that spot.
The crowd's making some noise now. Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Malik Jackson in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw. On the left side, it's McDonald. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So that one hurt. No timeouts left. Look at where the ball is on the field, Charles. I don't know if the fat lady's singing yet, but she's starting to hum a little bit, isn't she?
You think she's doing scales at this point? I don't think there's any doubt about it, but they had to go for it. In this situation, with their timeout situation as well, they had to take the chance, try and get it done. They didn't. Now they're powerless to stop them, essentially.
They need a big play somehow from their defense. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, Charles, there's an old saying, don't let a loss beat you twice.
You're exactly right about that, Brandon. When you look at it and all of your preparation went into winning this week, now you have to absorb a loss and find a way to shake it off.
So for the Jags, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.